Welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Ms. Be Ecstatic. We're here April 11th, just one day away from, well, depending on your time zone, from the Libra full moon. And this one is a doozy. And this one is going to highlight with the sun in Aries, a Chiron conjunction, as well as Mercury direct and Venus only 40, a little over 40 minutes, stationing and turning direct as well. And this ongoing conjunction of Saturn and Venus together, kind of along with the Mercury south or north node, it's just been fully loaded. And I just want to take a moment to share, break it down, and see what we can expect. Now, in the thumbnail, you'll see an image that I generated through AI. It is, even though Venus is in exalted in Pisces, she's been retrograde and she's been with Saturn, and that's more of a hard, restrictive, she's not able to express fully the soft, compassionate, loving, juicy, expansive vibe. She's really been more tempered and um, yeah, just tempered. And the Saturn has a cold energy, and with the sun in Aries, it's hot and it's dry. So that's why I have Chiron there in the thumbnail with Venus in the Sahara Desert with the moon. And they're just looking at each other like, yo, what's this all about? And so let's get right into the chart. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Okay, so anyway, how's everybody doing? We've had this Venus star point. If you haven't seen it already, I have a series of sharing my experience with Venus. Oh, my Venus diaries. That's what I'm trying to get out. Sorry, guys. Venus diaries, and I'm just adjusting here for the lighting and see if I can't zoom in on this. Maybe not. Move some things out of the way. Yeah, so just wondering how everybody's doing. Let me unshare this for a second. Stop share. I'm literally just kind of doing this on the fly today because I have some work. Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna just move this so it's more visible when I share. Get a better view of the real-time chart, the full moon chart. So much astrology. It's been difficult to keep up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest about that. But no, I don't really want to do that. Is this as big as I can get it? This is as big as I can get it. Okay. Now I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah, hard to keep up with all the astrology going on and then also try to be present to how it's actually showing up in my personal world. So here we are. The full moon is happening at 5:22 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, April 12th. And can see it's at 23 degrees, 19 minutes. And Chiron is exactly so the sun will have passed over Chiron. So this Chiron and let me get my annotations out. This Chiron and Sun conjunction will be happening for a few days, actually. And at the moment, as I'm doing this, it's on the approach. And um, so there's an illumination or maybe increased awareness around um, the a wound around the ego. Aries is the ego, the I am, somewhere in your chart, um, identifying somewhere that we feel wounded or victimized, or see ourselves as being done wrong. And for everybody, it'll be different. And so the sun is illuminating the moon, and the moon is in the emotional house, is the emotion, the comfort of our inner world. And moon also has to do, when it comes to mundane astrology, the people, the collective, um, or the population. So in Libra, Libra is also the home, domicile, and Venus is exalted in Pisces, but Libra is its home. Um, and here she seeks harmony. Libra is about harmony, diplomacy, balance, fairness, and beauty. And so there may be somewhere where we're feeling emotionally insecure, about maybe how we look, how we feel, because it's, Aries in the head. It might be, your physical facial looks, your hair, your um Venus is with Saturn's, it could, teeth. Um, there's a number of ways that this can play out, but there is generally um a heightened awareness around some insecurities, victimhood, or pain or wound that is illuminated now. And I'm speaking around Venusian things because of Venus, dispositing the energy of the moon when she's exalted. What else? And the North Node is there, and um the North Node serves to the pleasure of the sun and the moon, the luminaries. What else? So Mars is also, in still at the final, at least at the final degrees of Cancer. And, Mars disposits Aries energy, Mars, Sun, Aries. And so, although the sun is exalted here and happy here, um, fired up here, so there might be more energy. You might be experiencing more energy here. With that Mars in Cancer, there's still this, still trying to like, Mars is not comfortable in Cancer. And here that, and it is a square. So there might, Mars in Cancer isn't helping the feelings of being wounded. We might feel, a little, I've had a few adult tantrums myself lately, and just wanting to be comfortable and not wanting to be, just wanting to rest, just do the minimum. And recently, or there's been a few times where if I had to do more than that when I didn't want to, um, yeah, I just felt really pouty about it. And um, what else can I say about this? Like, Cancer is the house of the mother and ancestry, and so we might also another way that this chironic energy can show up is with like some kind of familial um, maybe awareness around some family trauma, or maybe some of it's being triggered. And all of it is whatever the wound is, whatever the victimhood is, whatever the source of the pain or trauma is, it is being brought up, highlighted for your awareness in order to heal. Chiron is the wounded healer. And part of his mythology was, you know, to teach healing methods, to teach warriors how to, I mean, he was a strategist. He was worked with herbs, and um, so there's some mythology about him losing his mortality, which is the wound, but through that loss, through that um, grief, he put his experience to service, and servicing the warriors in the field and teaching them. So leadership. So through the awareness of your wounds and through the process of healing, through that journey, through that alchemization, one can then find some mastery that is um, in service to a greater collective good, or at least something that can be offered in service on your journey, on your path moving forward. So, and then, you know, we have South Node Virgo. So we've been through a period of letting go of anything that doesn't serve us. And Virgo is about um, the minutia, the details, the control. Also has to do with health. So, um, we do want to be more careful with, you know, any habits. You know, right now is a great time to let go of any addictions. Saturn here with the North Node and Venus. And now that that Neptune is, you know, the ruler of Pisces is no longer in Pisces, Venus is exalted there, and continued um her continued dance in conjunction, you know, retrograde forward. She'll be with Saturn quite a bit, and Saturn's there to kind of um help with any kind of overindulgence, keeping from going out of bounds with things that we put into our bodies. So if there is like smoking, drinking, drugs, alcohol of any kind, if there are addictions that you're looking to overcome, or it could just be with food, um, now is a time where that, like, overcoming that is supported. Yeah, so we had, let's see, is there anything else I want to say about this? Um, you know, Jupiter is also, you know, in sextile, so watching all of this and see, hold on. No, it's not quite a sextile. No, that's not, sorry. I misspoke on that. Oh, yeah. Uranus is the one that I wanted to say was sextile here to this Saturn, Uranus, sorry, Saturn, Uranus, Saturn, Venus, and Uranus sextile. So that's where there can be like unexpected shifts depending on where this is in your chart. And, you know, Pluto here at almost 4 degrees, it won't go more than 4 degrees this year before well, it's going to retrograde before I think it hits 4 degrees. So there's, you know, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and so the energy between Uranus and Pluto is deep, transformative, deeply transformative. And so, I mean, it's really kind of cliche to say, and so, but like expect the unexpected certainly applies here. What else do I want to say? So if you have any planets or points at 23 degrees, this will definitely impact your chart. Anything at 3 degrees, with Pluto at 3 degrees. And that 0 point of Aries, Neptune. Just as a general observation, I'm an Aries rising, and I really felt like some dissolving or dissolution of a boundary. I observed that in my own life myself, and so that's like, and that's like an interaction between myself and other people. And I mean, I almost instantly observed it as it was happening, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be interesting. So I think we have Neptune in Aries for like 14 years. I forget. Is it 11 or 14? Let's see. Oh no, I don't want to do that. All right, well, anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got right now. I will be adding another Venus Diaries. She is currently at this full moon retrograde. No, I don't want to annotate. I just want my little mouse. But as I think we just need minutes because we see that I don't know how many minutes it is. I think it's 40 something. Ah, right there. Right there. So by 6 o'clock, 6:06, 3, she will be stationed and moving direct. So you can see direct motion. Venus touched the North Node, she's touched this whole, she met with Neptune, she met with Mercury, she met with the North Node, and she met with Saturn. And in retrograde, she sat with Saturn, and now she's going to go back over Saturn, North Node, Mercury, and Neptune again. And so in completing her Venus star point, once she has gone past the 10 degrees of Aries, I think she'll be out of shadow at that point. And her journey in the underworld, being invisible and then being reborn, has already occurred. And so she is now visible in the night sky. And then on this day, she will be moving forward. So certainly has to do not only with the chironic healing wound, maybe not feeling our best in one particular area of our life. We are reassessing our values and what we need to feel cared for, to feel self-love, to be able to fill our cups, and then also in relationship to others, what we need to, something's been illuminated there. Inevitably this Libra Aries axis is going to speak about relationships, so no matter what. All right, so yeah, anyway, my point was there'll be another video up about another Venus Diaries series or entry. And yeah, so where are you experiencing this in your own life? Where's Chiron? Where's this full moon happening for you? Where have you felt the impact of Chiron, or have you at all? And how has this impacted your relationships? What do you now require? What do you now know you need going forward for yourself and for your relationships? And is there anywhere that you have greater mastery over your past wounds that you can now turn them into a gift to share with the world? That's what this full moon is asking us. Leave me a comment below, like, subscribe, and thank you for being here. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.